Hi everyone and welcome to another Motivational Monday. Today I'm going to show you how I pack for a weekend away. Myself, my husband and our two kids are going away for the weekend. We're not going out of the country, we're just going to a different city, so there's not much to pack, but I was really keen to get it all into this little bag from IKEA. I'll link everything in the description box below. So I thought I'd take you along with me to see how I pack things and try to make it as compact as possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unpack. I've already packed, so I'm going to unpack everything that's in here and then repack it so you can see how I've repacked it. So this is a cabin bag from IKEA and it's smaller than your usual size cabin bag. It's really tiny. It folds absolutely flat. I'll show you when I get everything out. So it's great if you have a really small apartment and you want to store a bag that you might want to take with you on little trips and things like that, instead of having like a massive suitcase that takes up space. I've also got these packing cubes from IKEA and I've been using them for years and years. They go with us everywhere we go if we're packing for a trip. So I thought I'd show you how we put this together, but first, this is what the bag looks like on the inside, and this is how you collapse it. So all you have to do is pull on the Velcro. It's really strong Velcro. On the inside, and then there's one flap. And another flap up here, and then that makes it really easy for you to just fold down. So you push them alongside there and then just fold this underneath, and that is super flat. You can see how thin that is. You could store that anywhere behind a cupboard or something like that. It's tiny, and that's what I really love about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and there's a zipper on the front here, but there's no other zippers or anything else like that on the inside. It's just plain. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together. Okay, all done. I had to wrestle with that a little bit. But this is basically what it looks like on the insides. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna try my best to show you, but that is what it looks like on the insides when you've put the Velcro in. When we pack, I like to use packing cubes just because I like to keep everyone's things separate, and that way when I'm repacking or when I'm unpacking things, it just makes it a lot simpler to get at things, especially if you're in a place where you kind of have to live out of a suitcase and out of packing cubes. The first thing that I do before I even get to this stage and when I start to pack is I take everything that we need and I put it into piles. So the kids' clothes will go into piles, my husband's clothes will go into a pile, mine will go into a pile, shoes, things like that. And then based on the piles, I will look for packing cubes or bags, things basically that I can separate everything into. What I usually do is I store all my packing cubes and things like that in a box like this, and I call it travel, and it has everything from like extra loofahs to bags that come in sets like this, like for the packing cubes. It's got little mesh bags that we get on planes and things like that that can be useful elsewhere. It's got spare loofahs, just anything that you would need to travel with is all in this box. So these ones I'm using are from a set. They come as a set of 4. This is the biggest size. The biggest size has got 2 zippers, so there's one side and the other side, so you can separate things. Say you wanted to separate undergarments and clothes, or hijabs and something else. Anything that you want to do, you can separate in these ones. These ones are slightly smaller than those, and they just come with 1 zipper. And then you've got this set that you can actually hang up with this. And why these are really great is that you can use them for shoes, or you can use them, I once used them for the kids' toys. I put all the kids' toys in here, and then it wasn't clutching up the place that we were in. They could just zip this open, fill them up, and then zip it back up and hang it wherever it needed to go. And then the smallest size that you get is this one, and I use this one on a regular basis. I've actually used this for the past 4 years, and I've put my son's and daughter's clothes in. They always have a change of clothes whenever we go out, and it always goes in a bag like this, either this one or the pink one. But I can actually manage to get a change of clothes for each of them in one bag like this. And then there's another set that they have that comes with, you know, a zipper bag like this that I usually will use for like swim stuff, or again toys. This is good for toys. And then they have a bag which I don't have with me at the moment, but it's like a massive shoe bag basically that you can use to put shoes in, and I love using that for shoes. So that it's grey. This set is orange and grey. So basically what I've done is I've packed a cube for each of us. This one is my husband, so it's got everything that he needs in here, and I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to try and keep these out as much as possible. And then I've got mine. Again, this is the double zippered one, so it's got everything that I need in there. And these are packed quite full. The capacity is brilliant, and they're such good quality and so affordable that it doesn't really matter how much you stuff into them, really. The zipper doesn't really budge. I mean, mine have stayed good for absolutely ages, and as you can see, I really stuff them full. This pack has everything for both kids, so both children have had, and this is just the one that opens up to one size, but it's really easy to kind of put things in there back and forth basically. And it's also got all the nappies that we need for my daughter in there, and a spare pack of wipes, and that's a full pack of wipes, and that all fit in here. And then I've got swim stuff, so basically that's just their swimsuits and a pair of goggles, as well as a pair of floaties for my youngest. And then I'm going to pop this on the top here as well, and this just has 2 little pouches. I'm going to use this for their spare clothes whilst we're there, but in the meantime I figured it'd be good to kind of put this stuff in there. So it's got a spare Tangle Teezer brush in there. It's got a little bag with anti-bac and little hairpins and hijab pins and things like that I need. And then it's also got bows for my youngest to use, and a little first aid kit, because at the moment they are both obsessed with plasters. Every single thing needs a plaster. And sometimes you can just ignore it, and sometimes it's just easier to give in. So I've stuffed that in there, and it's a bit tricky, you know, because obviously it's quite full, but it's fairly easy to kind of push down on and zip up. So I had to push down considerably on this side. But if I just give it a little bit of a push, there you go. So that's all in there. But there you go, that is the bag all done. And it doesn't have one of, you know, the kind of wheels that you can just sort of wheel it in any direction. You have this elongated bit, and you can only sort of wheel it this way, but that's fine for us. We're just taking it from the car to the hotel, so I'm not really fussed about that. But all in all, this is just brilliant. I love how compact it is. I love how easy it is to put together, and how every single thing that we needed fit all into there with just a few packing cubes. This doesn't fit in our bag, but I'm going to be putting it in a different bag with our shoes. And I just wanted to show you how this can be such a space saver, especially in a hotel room or anywhere else where you really don't want to clutter up a worktop, but you still need, obviously, to take your own toiletries. This one hangs on a hook or a towel rail, wherever, and I love that it has this little mesh bit at the top. I don't know if you can see that, but that's brilliant for like cotton buds, or if you have like toothbrush tops that you need to store in there. Toothbrushes can go in these pockets here. It's got a zippered pocket there as well, and then plenty of room in this main section here, and then all you have to do is fold it up and zip it up And then you've got everything in one little compact space. So that's all of our stuff in there. I'll leave a link to this below because I found it so useful ever since I bought it, and I bought it a couple of years ago. And every time I pack toiletries, I pack them in this because it's just so much easier to use this. But I'll leave a link below if you're interested in checking it out. I hope that this helped for some of you. I know a lot of you will have already come back from vacations and things like that, but if you're planning a trip, some of these tips might be really, really helpful. I will leave links to everything that I talked about in this video in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel for more and share it with a friend that you think might find it useful. Thanks so much and see you next Motivational Monday.